welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tembile Maseko and I am a fourth year medical student at the University of Pretoria. And yeah, welcome to my channel. Let's get into the video. So basically today I'm gonna give you guys a life update of like how I've been. I guess it's gonna get vulnerable, it's gonna get emotional, it's gonna get touchy. But shame, it's not that deep, but it's deep. Like someone asked me like what the purpose of my channel was yesterday, and I told them like the purpose of my channel ultimately is for well-being and wellness. It's for people to know that in this degree that demands so much from us, in this degree where you're expected to show up every single day, in this degree where you're expected to be on top of your things all the time, when you're not, it's okay because you're not alone. Like at least you have me. I don't know about the general population, but like I myself, I'm gonna share my challenges and my the things I'm facing that people don't normally talk about. I honestly am not ashamed to share that I am, or share my struggles with people, because I feel like there's so many people who can even find comfort in the fact that they're not alone. Might not have the solutions, I might not have the steps towards getting better or whatever, but ultimately my channel is here to say, hey, you're not alone. Like a lot of us actually face the things that you're going through, but we can do this together. We can make it to the finish line together at the end of the day. So yeah, my life in the past week has been very funny. The past 2 weeks actually has been very tricky. So it's that time of the year where it's August. I've been here for 8 months. I've been at school since Jan, the 3rd of Jan until now, and the semester I haven't gotten like a break. So I've been here for 2 months this semester, and we haven't like gotten any mid-semester whatever, or we don't have one even. So we just have been working since July, beginning of July. It's the end of August now, beginning of July. We started the second semester and have just been working and writing tests and studying and going to rotations. And I think it's that time of the year for me personally, where I am kind of like, I'm not tired. There's a fine line, like there's tired, like as in you sleep deprived, you're working all the time and your body is physically tired. It's more like I think I'm burnt out. I don't know if it's like, I think, yeah, this week I was really, I think I was burnt out. I'd like to think I was burnt out. It's the only way I can explain the way I was feeling this week. And last week too, but mainly this week. So it's that time of the year where you kind of like, I've been working every morning from 8 to 5 every single day. You're working, and even after that you have to keep studying and stuff like that, and it's a lot. Like my body is like, yo child, no, we need to rest, hey. So I've just been like at that point where I am, you're just trying to gather up strength to do the last push. Fortunately, I'm in a rotation that's very calm. It's not as busy as the previous ones that I've had, the past 4 ones. I'm in neurology now, which is very chilled, like honestly. And I think fortunately I get that opportunity. I cannot imagine having to do a hectic rotation right now because I am so tired. And it's not like just like a mental thing of like, yo, gosh, even doing the most mundane things is taking so much effort because we're tired. So yeah, that's where I'm at currently, and I've been trying to get my head in the game because I still have like a few blocks left, like with my theory that I have to cover for the year before the end of the year. Even though my rotation, this is my last one and I have like 2 weeks left, but I still have blocks that are waiting for me, and it's a lot of them. And of course I need to like pass and promote them so that I can go to the next year. So I still have to get myself together. Yes, you're tired and stuff, but you have to kind of get yourself together because you have to show up. Unfortunately, you still have to show up. And there's just no break. So there is a break. You have to create one for yourself. I had to create one for myself personally, but like basically I have to keep showing up even though you are in this headspace. And I think that's what makes it so hard. Like it feels like there's like a lot of pressure for me to get myself together very quickly so I can be able to not sabotage anything after working so hard this whole year. So yeah, so yeah, and I think it's like a headspace that I had a question thingy last night on my Instagram, and I was like, to the health science students especially, like I thought that I'm dismissing every other degree and stuff, but like I've been talking to a lot of people, I've been interacting with a lot of people, and it's a general thing that's happening like around the people that I'm with. So a lot of them obviously are doing health science degrees. I basically see people who do health science degrees all the time. So I have just been interacting with them and I'm like, whoa, is this like a thing to do my friends? Or is it like a thing, like a general thing? And I ask people like, how are the health science degree students, like the health science students feeling currently? Like, where's your mind at? And a lot of them are like, yo, bro, I'm tired. Burnt out, tired. I don't feel the motivation to work. I can't get myself to work. And it's sad. It's sad to see because it's like, yo, we still have to keep on. We feel like this, but we don't have the leisure of like saying, okay, I'm gonna take like a week off, or I'm gonna take a day off, or I'm gonna take, okay, I ended up being forced to take like a couple of days off because I just really couldn't get myself to work. So I would just be like, okay, it's fine. And yeah, like last week we were talking with Alu, remember that we have to just keep going. And it's funny because I made that video also feeling very off. Which goes to show that social media is not always what it seems to be. But I made that video also, I was in that space still. And it ended up being motivation for me too. And I think I used that video as like a thing of like, it's fine, even if I like work for an hour today, it's okay. Like at least I did something. It's better than not doing anything. But yeah, it's been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. And to find out that there's so many other people who are going through the same thing was really sad. Like it was very sad because another thing is the thing of like we can't even be there for each other because we also emotionally done. For me personally, I had to even tap out of my social media. Like a lot of people reached out after last week's video, which I truly appreciate, and was like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way, which was very comforting to know that I'm not alone, or like we're not alone, like we're all just in this weird space. But like at the same time, you know, people were like, you know, reaching out to kind of let you know how they're feeling, and that can sometimes be very emotionally taxing. So I had to tap out emotionally because I did not have the capacity anymore. I had to tap out of my socials, like not text people. I know I'm bad at texting, but it got worse this week, or like I chose to make it worse because I was like, yo, I need time to myself. I need to gather myself. I need to just get myself together because it was child, it was going down. Yo, yeah, like I think I wanted to go home this week. I wanted to go home. I wanted to see my mother. I wanted to just I just wanted to be around people outside of the space too, because I feel like it's hard to get through something when everyone around you is experiencing it, and you know it's very hard. So I was like, I want to go home at this point, and I want to be away and just have a different energy, have a different environment. Maybe that will help me to like get myself into myself again. So yeah, basically you're not alone. If you're feeling like this, you're not alone, and there's many people. Everyone I interact with, or a majority of the people I've interacted with, they're like, nah, I'm done, bro. And it's not like a thing of we sleep deprived. It's not like a thing of we are exhausted physically, that we're okay. Yes, it's taxing going to the hospital and stuff, but like, you know, that's not the problem. We can rest all we want, but I think emotionally and mentally a lot of us are really tired, and it's that last push. It's giving, you know, when in high school you write your last exam, like your final paper, and it's like you just can't get yourself to study anymore because it's that last paper syndrome. So this is like that last stretch syndrome. And unfortunately our degrees really they don't have mercy on us, but fortunately, Shane, we have like really chilled blocks, which is what makes it very frustrating. Like, you know, that this block is not hard. I've been through so much this year that this is one of the easiest ones I have. But it's really, I think that's when I realized that now it really is like a thing of I'm burnt out, because it's not the work that's overwhelming me, it's not school, it's not my rotation. I am just so exhausted from living. Which is very dark, but like depends how you take it. But it's basically like a thing of like even doing the most mundane activities just taking so much effort. And I think it's just like a thing of, it's been a long time coming. We've been pushing ourselves. Our bodies are not built to be going on and on and on for months. Like the only days you get off is 2 days out of 5 days. The rest of the 5 days you're just working, and we really had to push ourselves in like the past 6 weeks, especially with our author block and stuff. And I had a really hectic rotation, so it was like every day showing up, my body was just like, nah sis, who do you think you are? Excuse me. So yeah, that's just been my story. But I came here not to just leave you with my problems, of course. We are a channel of hope. We are a channel that gives a light at the end of the tunnel. And I know it looks very dark right now, and that's okay. I came here to just like say mainly like these are the things I want to leave with you guys, that firstly, please reach out. If you are in a dark space, if you are in a space where you're not feeling okay, do not isolate yourself. sometimes you do need isolation, but tell somebody. Know that someone is out there listening, because being stuck with your thoughts can be really terrible sometimes. Something I've had to work on, like reaching out, it's not as easy as it sounds. Personally, I'm a person who's always there for everyone, so it's very weird for me to reach out, and I'm a person who feels like I always have to be the hope and the light of the world, and it's weird if I am the person who's also struggling, you know. I'm the person who my mom always tells, you know, like, you're a very strong person. So I'm always that person who kind of like holds it together and like just pushes through the pain. But and that's made it very difficult for me. Sorry, that's made it very difficult for me to like reach out when I'm not feeling okay. I'm like, nah, I gotta figure it out myself too. But I'm unlearning that, because I've really had many times where I've done that and it's not been good for me, and it's made me go into a deeper, darker space than I could have if I just reached out. So please try your best to like reach out. It doesn't have to be, I'd recommend a professional, but like, if you can't, like, even your support system, especially outside of medicine, like your family, your friends outside of medicine and stuff like that. And if you feel like you want someone who understands, reach out to your friends even within like the degree, your degree that you're doing, and be like, yo, bro, actually I feel like this. Because I feel like sometimes we talk to our families and our friends and they don't understand, because they're not here, they're not experiencing this. And then like when you talk to your friends, you realize that, oh, okay, at least I have people who really get it. So reach out to people, speak. I would rather have you speak than to yeah, journal. I journal personally, that helps me a lot, like journaling. And also just, I'm a Christian, so I read my Bible a lot, and I like try to kind of comfort myself with that. This week, personally, my family and the people around me, people close to me, my close friends, have really been like a great support system, and I love how they really understanding. Fortunately, I have people who really understand and who have come to know how to deal with me in times like that, if you want to call it that. So I really have an amazing support system that's been holding me down this week. I got through this week because of them, and because of God. So that's just that. And yeah, like with the professional, I would recommend that, because you'd get professional advice and you get like practical steps on how you can tackle this thing. I did go to my psychologist earlier on in this month during my holidays, but then and she gave me tips, and she gave me stuff that I should do, because I realized this was a recurring cycle of like every single time towards like the end of the semester or whatever, end of the year, I'd be burnt out for the last few months of it. And she was like, you know, let's try to avoid you getting to that point. So she gave me like practical steps on how I can work on the burnout a little bit, like as the time goes, like every single day work on not burning out, so that it doesn't like get to the end of the year and I'm like crashing and burning. Unfortunately, I didn't take her advice, because it's very hard. Like, she would tell me to take days off and stuff, and I'm like, bro, have you seen the degree I'm doing? And she understood that. She was like, try to make it suitable to your degree. But then I gallivanted and went on a tangent, and then it just started to go down. So for professional advice, I would advise like speaking to a psychologist, a therapist, or like someone professional. And yeah, your mind and your body and your heart and your soul, very important to take care of. It's a priority for me, because that's the only way I'm gonna get myself to thrive in all other aspects of my life. I wanted to say something, I just forgot. Not that I forgot, it's not like it was such an inspirational thing. I was gonna be like no, I forgot what I wanted to say. It was gonna be so oh yes, now I remember what I wanted to say. So someone like pointed out on my Instagram, and they're like, you know, I'm in my first year and I'm already feeling like, oh my gosh, is it like too soon? And I'm like, bruh, every single year of every single degree comes with its own sets of challenges. It's not easy. Just because your first year don't invalidate how you feel. Yes, that's the moral of the story. Don't invalidate how you're feeling by being like, oh no, I'm only first year, I shouldn't even be complaining, so screw these feelings, let's keep on keeping on. No, every single year is really difficult. Like, I remember in first year, I was burnt out by the end of my first semester. First semester, I literally been here for 6 months and I'm already burning out, because there's a whole new set of challenges that we are facing. You're coming from high school or another degree, entering into this degree, you're still trying to find your feet, and the change between first and second semester is also a lot, because you go from modules and working the way that main campus themes work to working according to how the medical campus works, and that's different. So to struggle, or to kind of still be trying to find your feet and to feel a bit overwhelmed or to feel tired already is okay. Like, it really is. Don't dismiss your feelings because you feel like, nah, but other people have it worse. Don't make that mistake. Your difficulties and your challenges are valid, and they might not seem the same according to the world, but to you personally, it is maybe as bad, if not worse, or if not whatever, than the person who's facing what seems to be a bigger challenge. So yeah, yeah, I know that they say this degree is building our resilience, but like, don't try to thug it out. Please don't try to thug it out thinking, nah, I must be strong, nah. It's okay to not be okay. I feel like we should be more honest in this degree. We should be more honest in our respective spaces about the difficulties that we face. I feel like we've come to a point or in a world where we glamorize working hard and showing up, and it's like when you crash and crumble, you seem like a failure. You seem like, how could you not? You know, you gotta show up for yourself. You gotta stand up. You gotta, yes, stand up. Don't stay in that dark hole and like, you know, work towards trying to get out of that space. But like, don't feel like if you ever fall, it's so unnatural and so it's not supposed to happen. You'd be very shocked at how many people have fallen, how many people have crashed, how many people we look up to that we would never expect to have gone through certain things, have gone through similar things that we've gone through. So yeah. And at the end of the day, I just want to leave you guys with like this message, not this message, but this is something that really came to me this morning when I woke up. Like I said, journaling has really been a thing for me, and just like generally reading my Bible and like talking to God. Yeah. So I strongly believe that as long as I'm still waking up every single day, then my purpose is not, I'm not done with my purpose in this world. Then whatever I was born to do has not been fulfilled yet. If I'm still waking up, if I'm still alive, if I'm still breathing, clearly then I still have not fulfilled what I was supposed to fulfill. I still haven't reached the place I was supposed to reach by the time my life is over. So I guess we should try. Just keep holding on to the hope that things are going to be better. Keep holding on to the hope that things are going to, that you'll get through this somehow. I always say this to my people. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through it, but I know I'm gonna get through it somehow. I don't know, and that's the hope I hold on to, and the whole thing of like, you know, I'm still waking up. Clearly, there's something I should be doing. Then I need to figure out why exactly I'm still waking up. You know. So yeah, that's that. And also just like, you know, let's take it one day at a time. Don't pressure yourself with the bigger things. I've realized that sometimes we overwhelm ourselves by looking at the bigger picture, being like, oh, I need to work towards finishing my degree, and that's what drives you. But sometimes just be happy for achieving the small little things. I made it to today. You know, I made it to today. I woke up, I took a shower, I packed up my room and made it look neat. That's the small wins, because if we keep on focusing on the big wins, honestly, I don't think it's enough. Can get overwhelming and can get like discouraging. So those are the little wins that you should feed off from. I feed off from those wins. Like, I'll be like, okay, maybe I studied for like an hour today. Fine, it might not seem glamorous to someone else, but damn, I actually got myself to study today. That's big for me, you know. We said last week, I think I'm repeating it for the second time in this video, I'm not sure, but like, you know, rather small steps than no steps at all. Rather covering one lecture than nothing at all. You've taken away that one thing from the bigger load. It makes a difference. It might not feel like it, but it actually does make a difference. So yeah, sending love and light to you all. I hope you all feel better. Not feel better, but I hope we all just get through it. I hope we all just take it one day at a time. I hope you all just remain hopeful. We are still waking up every single day. So clearly there's something we should be doing. There's a reason. There must be a reason. So let's just try to like take it one day at a time. And I hope this has helped someone to feel like, you know, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. It's the end of the year, guys. It's 8 months. That's like, give me a second. 8 over 12. It's 4 over 6, it's 2 over 3, it's 66% of the year. And it's a lot. Yo, to show up every day for 66% of the year it's not child's play, it's not pap and place. So well done on making it to today. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week on the next video. And yeah, thank you to everyone. Don't stop reaching out to me. Like, just because this week I was kind of off, it doesn't mean like I'll not respond to DMs and stuff. I will. Just that, you know, I think it's good to know where your limit is. And this week I was like, yo, okay, nah. So yeah, bye Z's.